Alright, so hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you my fischl build. This build to me, it could be different for you, is the lamb sauce that Gordon Ramsay never found. This is the bread and butter, the DPS, and the spam. You already know. This build will allow you to just spam with the DPS required to kill any levels, and I just wanted to share it with you today. So, first of all, this build will allow you to do a lot of DPS, but what you have to take in for account is fischl has the lowest defense. Okay, so she can't tank hits. This build is going to be a lot about dealing damage in the time period you have and openings and dodging the rest. And if you do this properly, you will be the king. So animation canceling, that's not something you probably hear if you've been using a sword user for almost any game. Animation canceling is basically after doing consecutive shots with a bow character. You know how you have that nice little animation at the end? Well, fischl, we're just gonna call it fischl, isn't that strong, that can actually get her killed, depending on the situation. So animation canceling, what you do is, I would recommend that when you're about to fire off all your consecutive shots, you can do different things. You can either run to the right or the left, never back, because if a shot's coming straight down the middle, it will still hit you. Or you can animation cancel by running to the right or left and instantly stop again to aim and shoot at the target so that you get more shots in. Now, it's optional. You can clearly survive without animation canceling, but it's something that would allow you to get more mobility and survivability with fischl. Alright, so weapons. Weapons are very important for bow characters as their buffs can really change the way you play them. One of the proper weapons that I could recommend you picking up is the prototype Crescend. Now, I'm not using this in this video, but the prototype Crescend doesn't require wishing as the weapon I'm using does. And you can easily build this since it is a crafting weapon. The way you get crafting weapons is by either buying them from the Leeway Harbor souvenir shop, or you can get them by the bosses, certain bosses like Storm Terror and the Wolven Dome boss. Okay, so now, why would weapons really matter? Well, their buffs can change gameplay in a completely different way. Example, the weapon I'm using in this build is a Favonius Warbow. This weapon, not only does it have great ATK, but the buff of this weapon gives you energy recharge so that you can stay on the move with your animation canceling. And one of the special abilities of the weapon itself is that when you get a headshot, you get 6 particles of energy to give you your energy back and allow you to cast your abilities. This will allow for fischl to get all the DPS possible and allow her to recast her abilities. As the cool part about that is that it's not only her that can get the buff. If her Falcon is out and it hits a headshot, it will cause it to happen on any character. Or if you as fischl gets a headshot and then quickly switches to another character, it will allow for you to get the energy for that other character, allowing her to be somewhat more of a support in other ways. Alright, so now we're gonna go through some synergies or characters you can use to further enhance fischl. These characters may not be the most common, or you may not see them in general, but their ultimates can further increase her damage output, either when it comes to elemental reactions or just her electricity damage in general. So this is my favorite synergy. One of my most favorite synergies is Xingqiu's ultimate. This allows for her to get hydro damage and electro, causing electro charge, increasing her damage output extremely. And using it properly can allow her to bypass shields. Then we have Beidou. You can use her ultimate to give her more base electro damage, which allows for her to just do higher DPS. And mixed properly, you can still do just as good damage output. You can actually mix the two ultimates together to just get a full-on DPS synergy, allowing for easy DPS and bypassing shields, something that bow characters limit in, is just amazing to me. So now we have the build. I'm using a level 40 out of 40 fischl. Not completely maxed yet, but you know, man's is broke. I'm using the Fambonius bow in the video. That's what I was using to get my energy up and to continuously spam. Then for artifacts, I have the Exile's Goblet. This will give me a physical damage bonus or uncharged shot bonus, since that's physical shots. Exile's Circlet, which gives me energy recharge since it's a 2-piece set, and more ATK. Then Berserker's Timepiece, which gives me even more ATK. As you can see, we're going for a lot of ATK and not a lot of defense, because we're doing avoiding. We're trying to avoid instead of just doing DPS. Then I have Exile's Feather for the actual ATK again, and Berserker's Rose, which gives us HP. This will create a 2-piece set that will actually give me more crit chance, or crit rate, how you want to say it. And yeah, that just allows me to do a lot of like DPS damage, and just allows me and my ultimate to completely shred enemies. So yeah, that will be my build video and guide for fischl. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any more characters that you want me to review, I will totally try and acquire them and review them for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment sections, and I'll see you guys in the next one.